Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. So in the year 2021, we've actually had several releases by Dolce & Gabbana, and today I'm going to be giving you my first impression of the One Gold Eau De Parfum Intense for Men by Dolce & Gabbana. This is a sample that was sent to me by my friend Chris from the channel Casual Fragrances. Thank you so much for doing that. So I'm excited to smell this fragrance for the first time today on camera, give you my thoughts on it, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin this video and I smell Dolce Gabbana the One Gold Eau De Parfum Intense for the first time on my channel, and for the first time ever, and give you my thoughts of it on my channel is what I meant to say, I do want to mention that if you are a fan of fragrance-related content, please do consider supporting this channel by subscribing to it. Make sure to enable all notifications by clicking on the bell icon, and of course, give this video a thumbs up if you like this type of content. So, I am a huge fan of The One by Dolce & Gabbana. Any of you who have been watching my channel since about 2014 know that it's the fragrance that I was, or the eau de toilette, is the fragrance that I was wearing when I proposed to my girlfriend, who then became my fiance, and now she's been my wife for like 6 years. But this fragrance is a new flanker, and I love The One, I love the EDP, and this year, or last year, I'm going to get confused for a while now since it's the beginning of 2022, they came out with the One Luminous Knight. I love Luminous Knight. Basil and dates and all of these exotic ingredients, and it's probably my favorite release of 2021. Well, we had another fragrance come out in 2021, and it's the One Gold Eau De Parfum Intense. Now, I was looking at the note breakdown, and it didn't have a lot of the ingredients that are characteristically found in the One fragrances. Like, whenever I think of the One, I usually think of tobacco, dried fruits, perhaps some spices, warm, ambery. And so this one, it has amber wood, but it also has like clary sage, blood orange, it has geranium. It seems to go in a few different directions. And then I was also looking at comparisons online, and people were comparing it to Bulgari Tiger. So I don't know what that's all about. I love Tiger. I wore it like every single day during, April, the month of April, when I went on spring break last year. But in any case, let's go ahead and smell this one. I'm getting to be a little impatient. Didn't come out on the first spray. That's okay. So let's see what this one is all about. Yeah, so this is very different from the One. Even smelling it for the first time, I probably wouldn't be able to tell you that this is the One flanker. You know, a lot of flankers, you can typically tell if it's resembling the original in some way, but this seems to go in a very different direction. I got it. It's the cardamom. So I'm getting a lot of cardamom from this fragrance. And I'm like, what is the note that I'm smelling? So the cardamom really stands out to my nose. So it has this bright, airy, spicy quality. There's a freshness to it. I think the blood orange is probably giving it a little bit of warmth, although I'm not sure. The warmth could be coming from the amber wood. But I saw the ginger in the opening, and I can see how this one opens up a little bit of like spicy but fresh at the same time. So I'm inclined to believe that it's coming from a combination of the ginger and the cardamom. But then I know there's also a little bit of the clary sage, which is used in abundance on the designer side of things. And there are 3 amazing perfumers who worked on this fragrance. If I'm not mistaken, it's Michel Gerard, Olivier Pichot, and Rodrigo Flores Ruch. 3 absolutely amazing, brilliant, incredible perfumers. And so with this fragrance, you have a little bit of this airy, spicy quality about it. So that ambery warmth doesn't become apparent right away. And perhaps that's because my nose picked up on the cardamom right away. But there's also like this slightly bright, minty quality about it. And I'm going to guess that that's coming from the geranium. But it's very subtle. It's not going to overwhelm any part of this composition. I haven't worn this one on skin, full disclosure, so I'm going to need to spend a little bit more time with it. And of course, from a collector's vantage point, I'll probably also end up buying a bottle in time, but it does open up very spicy, fresh and citrusy in an unconventional way, thankfully, on account of the blood orange. In terms of the comparisons that are made to Bulgari Tiger, I don't get any. There's a lot of other fragrances that I would compare to Tiger. Burlington 1819 by Eau De Parfum, 21 Conduit Street by Jovoy. There's so many other fragrances that have a Tiger type of a DNA. This is not one of them. Now, in terms of the amber wood, I can see it being a little warm and ambery and a little slightly sweet and a little balsamic in the base, but it's going to take some time for the amber wood to come out. There are some other green qualities about this fragrance. I don't know if it's moss or patchouli or whatever, but there's something kind of earthy. It has an earthy texture in the base to really ground the fragrance. And I think it's been maybe, what, 5 minutes since I sprayed it? And the citrus is still going strong. So it's probably going to take another 5, 10, 15 minutes for that to completely dissipate. But I really like that spicy quality about it. And what I think the spicy quality does here is it adds this layer of sophistication and refinement to the blend. And I think the cardamom, of course, you think of fragrances like La Nuit de Lum by Yves Saint Laurent. That fragrance has a lot of cardamom, and I think it has a similar effect, not in terms of the smell, but in terms of creating this sort of sophisticated masculine fragrance, while also adding a layer of freshness in the opening on account of the ginger, clary sage, and the blood orange that La Nuit de Lum does not have, right? So that fragrance is like spicy, powdery, airy, but then this one actually does have a spicy, fresh quality in the opening that I think is really nice. Again, just going back to it, it doesn't smell like the one EDT, EDP. There was another intense version, and then of course there's the one Royal Night, which I thought was also kind of exotic and Middle Eastern inspired and ambery, and I love that one too. Luminous Knight is probably still my favorite, aside from the original, of course, which is very sentimental to me. But Luminous Knight is an amazing fragrance with an ample amount of sweetness, with the dates and the basil and the amber, the vanilla. It's just an amazing, amazing fragrance. And this one is a solid release as well. So the funny thing is that, you know, with a fragrance like the one Luminous Knight, if one is a fragrance connoisseur, if you will, I would have a very easy time recommending that one. However, if somebody approaches me and they say, yeah, you know, I'm a fan of Acqua di Gio and Dior Sauvage and Bleu de Chanel and Versace Dylan Blue and blah, 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 I wouldn't recommend the one Luminous Knight. I would recommend this fragrance because I think this one is much more so on the bright, citrusy, fresh, contemporary, conventional, mass appealing side of things. And yeah, perhaps that's the direction that Dolce & Gabbana is going in, which I think is a wise direction. Of course, they have light blue and they have the summer flankers for light blue, and they already seem to be going in that bright, fresh, citrusy, summertime direction. But I think this one, on account of that verdant undertone and the amber wood, there is a dark element to this fragrance, albeit you probably have to wait an hour or two for it to fully come out and not be concealed by all of these top and heart notes. But I do think it's a nice fragrance, and yeah, I can see it being one that I eventually add to my collection. And so, hey, Chris, thank you so much for sending me the sample. I really appreciate it. I always love getting my nose on new fragrances. I apologize if I'm a little, you know, overly enthusiastic today, but I just love smelling fragrances for the first time. It brings me a lot of happiness. So thank you all so much for watching. If you own this fragrance, or if you have a favorite from all of the flankers from Dolce & Gabbana, the one, let me know what it is. Leave a comment down below. Even if you're a lady watching this video, if you have a favorite on the women's side of things, leave a comment down below. I always love the interaction. I try to reply to as many comments as possible. If you enjoyed this video and if you took something of value from my first impression, I would love it if you would consider supporting this channel by subscribing to it. All you have to do is click on that red button in the corner. Make sure to enable all notifications by clicking on the bell icon as well. This way, whenever I do these videos, they will get delivered straight to your feed. You never need to worry about missing any of my future uploads. And then, of course, at the same time, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, as it will assist with the YouTube algorithm tremendously. Thank you for watching. Love you all. We'll see you soon.